It's time for love and listings. So we open with Ajani, Sarah, and the cocktail waitress Heifer. And Ajani telling her, honey, Zach running around telling everybody y'all are donezo. So Sam starts whining, oh, well, I just needed space. I just needed time. I had to heal. You are a heel. Meanwhile, across town, Taylor's getting ready to host an open house. Let's hope she'll host a sale. So Ajni and Zach show up to support the heifer. Okay, and there's baby Suge. And he looks like he's gonna be whining. Okay, so we go back to when Suge wasn't even licensed. And he's saying, Ty's just trying to use me and my celebrity connections. Brandy ain't buy or sell anything. He said he wasn't mentoring me. He was just using my name. Well, you see, you might have been mentored if you had been paying attention, but you didn't even have your license. Your license. You couldn't even do a sale if you wanted to, because you're unlicensed. So he telling Taylor, don't you get your broker license with Ty? Oh my God, the reach. The reach. Oh, he's calling himself Lil Suge. Honey, you baby Suge. But baby Suge said, I think Zach leaked to the press that Ray J owned the rights to my father's life story. That white man barely on the show. Okay, so he's saying he buddy with Ray J. Then don't you think maybe Ray J leaked the shit? Ray J messy. Taylor's like, Ty did not leak that story, but I know who did. Who, Taylor? Be interesting for a minute. This heifer ain't gonna tell us. So Suge came to pout, and now he's storming out. Toodles, toots. And next time, don't show up looking so ashy. So Zach's going on a date with the girl Sarah set him up with. She's sick of Samantha's silliness. And Sarah had already told all about silly-ass Samantha. How delightfully messy. Oh, Taylor got a man. Maybe that's what's calmed her ass down. So she done got herself one of them almost basketball players who went from the NBA to the G League. And now he in Europe. So you pining for some Europeanus. So Andrew's bringing over Nick Young to look at Taylor's listing. Another 5-day rental. Is this Love and Listings or Airbnb? Later that day, Taylor calls Baby Suge. So Baby Suge is back in the family home. Like his broke ass could afford to leave. Still living off Pico. So now he's mad at her for wanting to keep working with Ty when he's done. All right, so we had some damn party where everybody's gonna be there, and of course Zach shows up with his latest heifer. Oh, this is Nick Young's clothing party. And again, I bet they had the place at cost. Ooh, Taylor threw shades. He said, that's a nice little upgrade, Zach. Child, Sam walks up and everybody stops talking. Everybody's pissed with Sam. And she does run around and whine and be messy, so I see why they pissed with her. Oh, Lord. So Taylor messy ass gonna say, Samantha, did you meet Zach's girlfriend? It's only been a week since I told you it wasn't gonna work out. Now you bring another girl to the party and you knew I was gonna be here? Well, rip the Band-Aid off. Life is for the living. Is this their first date? Because it was less than a week ago that Zach and I were hanging out. And you ended it. Ajani actually had a point. She said, look, at the end of the day, you couldn't commit to Zach because you were entertaining a whole other man. Not a woman. So Samantha decides to get her busybody on. So Lene lets her know, yeah, I met him. He's nice. We're hanging out. I'm single. He's single. Sarah set it up. And Samantha is hitting the ceiling. So Sam asks, how many dates have you been on? And Lene says, why, heifer? Why? Which angle? She said, I'm trying to let you know. And Lene said that you had a conversation over a week ago. Samantha kept trying to do that. I forget your name. And Lene said, it's okay. You don't really need it. So Samantha goes over to Sarah and says, why do you feel so comfortable hooking up my man? You know he loved me. Wow. Sarah said, look, you don't like Zach. You don't want Zach. Move forward. You're playing games. Everybody sees it and everybody's sick of it. And Zach's really nice. Also, Lene's with the shits. She said, okay, so you broke up with her. That's what you're talking about. All right, let's go over and clarify. You're telling me you wanted to spend your life with me. And he moved on because you didn't want to spend your life with him. Oh, I never said nothing about marrying your ass. Oh my God, yeah, you just like, why do you want him to love you so bad? Like y'all were gonna go forward in a relationship, but yeah, this wasn't engagement. He wasn't ring shopping. Everybody is telling her, don't be thirsty, move on. And she finally says, I'm good. I'm good. Lene is smiling like a Cheshire. She is like, I am so glad I was able to embarrass this heifer. You really thought you were going to come over and pull that, what's your name? She feels like nobody's looking out for her these days. No, everybody was sick of your bullshit. So Baby Suge confronts Ty and says, you all in my family business leaking stories to TMZ. Child, I can't believe TMZ even printed something about your ass. That was production, getting free press and promo for this tired little show. Taylor tried to pipe up. He said, you stay in your place. You better lay low. Baby Suge said, you didn't even reach out to me when I got my license. Well, it took you too long. Also, why didn't you reach out to him since you wanted the job? Baby Suge said, I help you with a lot of stuff. Ty said, you didn't help me with shit, so stop. Instead of worrying about people using your name, why don't you use your license and get a sale? Now he telling Taylor, you ain't have my back and I don't want to talk to you. Taylor actually looked great tonight. I love that wet and wavy. Well, that was the shit. And I mean shit. I think Suge feels like they pushing him off the show. Well, they never have him around for a real estate scene. I guess no one else will work with him. And from love and listings to marrying millions. So Gian has her girls meet her at the bridal shop so she can tell them she's marrying a bus. Big, ugly, slow. Oh! Her one friend asks, is that a mood ring? Her face is cracked. Child, her friend said he after the money and we scared for her. Jaunty, you in danger, girl. She could have any guy that she wants and she picks this moron. He really, he looks like those old morons in cartoons. Like the Green Giant in Bugs Bunny. So we got the sugar baby and her winker. Since she can't have a wedding, she begging for a bachelorette party. And he's like, sure. A last hurrah, child, with you it's the last hurrah. So the cougar getting sick of her family beating up on her for fucking her daughter's friend. So she go to her pinched-face friend who supports it. Okay, so now we going car shopping with the promoter and the boring heifer. He said, oh, serious? Well, I'm taking you to get a car with me. I'm not buying you one, but you're a part of my life because we're going shopping together. Ooh. Now we got the sugar baby's bachelorette. So she says, I'm not with him for his money, but I did meet him on a sugar daddy site. Rosie said, I wasn't looking for a man. I was just looking for a good time. Looking for somebody to help up with this tuition. She said from a sugar baby to a sugar wife. Oh, I had the air on too high. I'm freezing. So after Bill yelled at her, Bree flew back to Dallas. Child, Jen gonna put Brian ass to work on them fixer-uppers. That's smart. So John T looking at a fixer-upper and Rose call her and tell her, oh, you know he was engaged to another rich woman before. How long was the engagement? How old were they? Because he looks mad young in that photo. Mad young. You looked at that picture and you're like, well, this has to be from 20 years ago. Are you really caring about something 20 years ago? Maybe in the last 5. But like when you were a kid at 50, Chad, I can't find a fuck. But Gian gonna say, this is huge. You show him that picture, he'll be like, oh yeah. I guess Gian trying to advertise her little business. Or maybe give her bus a way to get some income. Oh my God. This is too much. So the sugar baby tells her sugar daddy that she told her friends, we met on Seeking Arrangement. And you know his blinking ass, he was like, he said it looks tacky, trashy, and cheap, just like the girl you're marrying. You love tacky, trashy, and cheap. I could tell it the way you said it. You just don't want people to know that you love it. Go on and walk in your tacky truth, boo. You can stand next to Gabrice. So we back with the promoter and the boring heifer, and he ain't getting nobody's new car, but they at their anniversary. So we take her to a restaurant that she said she wanted to go to. That you're like, oh, he remembered? Really? That okay, girl, it don't take much for you. Let's see what little jury he gonna pop out with. He seems to be on the poor end of the millions to marry. Okay, he got her a big gaudy diamond tennis bracelet. It looks expensive and cheap at the same time. Oh, she wanted a ring, not a bracelet. Girl, diamonds are a girl's best friend. Hold on to that. You can soak them for some jewelry. Soak them. So Kate and her boy toy gonna break up, and I'm fast forwarding. Oof, honey, fucks got real low. He looked so sad driving away. But girl, you know you was ready to break up with him, and you was using everybody else as an excuse. It's an excuse. You was tired of. You was like, you know what? I can only watch you play PlayStation for so long. So Brian comes home and has to do some splaining to John T. Please, how old Brian has got to be? It's got to be what, 49 now. How old were you in that picture? Because you wasn't even 40 in that picture. You weren't even maybe 35. So 15 years. We really gonna get mad about 15 years ago? Oh Lord. I hope John T got away from him. He's starting to look a little methy in the cheek. He said it was a long time. Yeah, let's play that up because that was like decades, honey. Decades. He said, look, okay, she was rich. If I wanted to marry for money, I would have done it. We were engaged. So he says, well, honey, your friends is out to get me. And he kind of right. Oh, we might have to stay tuned for the next episode because we find out that bracelet is fake. Oh, I said it looks expensive and cheap. That said, you know these are CZs, right? Yeah, So she's marrying hundreds. And here you is begging for an engagement ring. You can go to Claire's and get some glass, girl.